Fans show McDavid some love at the next home game. Absolutely, they will. 8 days from now, they're back on home ice against the Sens. He also added, my dad and Gramps finally showed love for Bouchard. They saw how much better it would have been to have him instead of drooling Doughty. Saucy Norm also dropped in $20 and said only 11 days till the trade deadline, 5 days till brunch for Ben. More on that later. But I want to get back to that Bouchard point a little bit, because I think there are going to be, quite honestly, a lot of Oilers fans who view Evan Bouchard a lot differently coming out of those Olympics.
It is funny. I was thinking about this a little bit too. Sometimes when you see those things like winners and losers from whatever event, in this one obviously being the Olympics, being like a winner could be like the players who didn't go. Like Schaefer, Chychrun, and Bouchard will probably look a little bit better now after watching some of those guys play for the last 2 weeks.
And I'm not doing the whole like Bouch should have been there. They would have won if Bouch was there. I don't know if they win if Bouch is there. But what it should have shown people who are actually going into it with an open mind is all you people who are like, oh my God, they need it. Bouchard, he's not like a Colton Parayko. Bouchard, he's not like a Shea Theodore. Y'all, come on. Bouchard, he's not as good as that Toews in Colorado. And then you sit and you watch them as intently and closely as you watch the Edmonton Oilers. You watch those other defensemen for 2 weeks and you're like, oh shit, they all make the same mistakes. Oh shit, those guys are making the same mistakes and they're not even trying to do the stuff Evan Bouchard's trying to do when he makes the mistakes. Colton Parayko's trying to execute a 25-foot pass up the ice and it's getting picked off. Yeah. Evan Bouchard's trying to find a seam to a guy and spring him on a 2-on-1 and gets his pocket picked. Like, those aren't really the same mistakes when you consider them. And you have to sit here and watch Sanheim and all these guys make these mistakes over and over and over again, and you don't get high-end plays to go with it. Like, that is why Evan Bouchard is a $10.5 million defenseman. That is why, again, Parayko, I'd love Colton Parayko on the Edmonton Oilers. I think he had a great gold medal game. He made some really, really strong plays. Colton Parayko was as advertised at the end, even if he wasn't as good in stretches of the tournament. Hemsky Freak, Toews was awful yesterday. Yeah.
He needed to be a lot better.
He made a couple of high-end plays. I'll give him that. But, like, yeah, you guys in the chat saying you were not impressed by Toews, you are not alone in that. And I just want us to remember that when Evan Bouchard makes his mistakes, it is because, one, he's asked to do a lot on this blue line. Mm-hmm. So that's why you notice his mistakes more than you notice Ekholm's or Wallman's or anything like that. But, like, just remember that. Every defenseman, if you watched... insert whatever team you want to put in here, right? If you watched the Seattle Kraken as closely as you watch the Edmonton Oilers, you'd see Vince Dunn do a lot of dumb shit. And if you watch the Jets as closely as you watch the Oilers, you'd see Josh Morrissey do a lot of dumb shit. Evan Bouchard makes high-end plays.
I was going to say, I think the only defenseman that really elevated himself for me for Canada was Thomas Hawley.
He was great. And
he was
Wooly
really
Crow
good
on that, because we both said he shouldn't be there.
But did he look good because the other guys just weren't playing as like they were supposed to, like that in the style of Canada? Like, I think he played well. I don't want to discredit him by any means, but I think he looked maybe a little bit better because of how much of, what would you call it, like a outlier he was. It was him and Makar were the only guys who could skate. You know what I'm trying to say? I can't think of the word. What's the word, Aaron? Come on, Aaron.
I don't know, but he could complete a 20-foot pass.
Yeah,
so the bar was pretty low.
It's not a white whale. It's something like that, though. The outlier. You know, I can't think. If you're
white whale will be something you're chasing.
Yeah, I'm not chasing Thomas Hawley. Like something that's just like so different to everything else.
Stark.
Black sheep.
We got there. Power conversation.
Yeah, there we go. The power conversation. Because, he just was so different. It was him and Makar were the only ones who could skate. Mm-hmm. He's disappointing. And, again, Canada lost in a 3-on-3 overtime.
That's life.
It is what mobility. Yeah, that is probably a good word for it as well.
Yeah. Okie dokie. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.